Right now you are breathing. Notice it. You didn't start this breath. You won't decide the next one. Something inside you is keeping you alive, and it has nothing to do with your plans, your ambitions, or your spiritual practice. Who is breathing you? That breath just happened without you. And it raises the oldest question in spirituality. If life is already happening on its own, what are you supposed to do? Quit everything and meditate in a cave? Or keep paying bills and changing diapers? Last episode, you got a challenge. This episode, Krishna destroys the question itself. Krishna's about to destroy this false choice completely. And the answer isn't what spiritual Instagram tells you. It's not about abandoning everything. It's way more practical than that. Arjuna has received the sword of knowledge. He understands the avatar. He knows action doesn't bind the wise. But now, standing on the battlefield, a new question burns inside him. A question that changes everything. Krishna, you praise both renunciation of action and performance of action. You keep telling me both are good. So which one is it? Which one is actually better? I need a straight answer. Tell me decisively, should I renounce everything or act in the world? Because right now, I'm stuck between two paths, and I can't see which one leads somewhere real. This is every spiritual seeker's question. Should I quit my job and meditate in a cave? Should I give up everything and become a monk? Or is there another way? Arjuna is asking for every single one of us right now. Or can I find the divine while paying bills and raising children? Can enlightenment happen in a cubicle, in a kitchen, in a traffic jam? That's what Arjuna really wants to know. And Krishna's answer is stunning. Both renunciation and the yoga of action lead to the highest good. Both paths work. Neither is wrong. But Krishna doesn't stop there. What he says next has confused seekers for 2,000 years. But of the two, yoga of action is superior to renunciation of action. God himself is saying, do not run from life. The person who engages fully with the world without clinging to results reaches freedom faster than the one who sits in a cave. Picture two paths up a mountain. One person stops everything, quits their job, leaves their family, sits in silence. The other keeps climbing, keeps working, keeps loving, keeps living, but without identifying as the climber. Both reach the top, free from the pairs of opposites, success and failure, pleasure and pain, praise and blame. They are easily liberated from bondage. Notice that word, easily. Krishna says freedom becomes easy when you stop choosing sides. Children, not the wise, speak of knowledge and action as different. Think about that. Only someone who doesn't understand would say, should I think or should I do? It's like asking, should I breathe in or breathe out? You need both. One who is truly established in either path obtains the fruit of both. If you go deep enough into meditation, you'll act perfectly. If you go deep enough into selfless action, you'll reach perfect stillness. The mountain doesn't care which side you climb. There is a story. A monk who meditated for 30 years went to a master and said, I have conquered anger. The master said, you are a fool. The monk exploded in rage. 30 years of silence. But the anger was only sleeping, not gone. The mother who stays patient with a screaming child at midnight, she may be further along than that monk. If both are free from desire and aversion, if the monk isn't secretly craving attention, and the mother isn't secretly resenting her kids, both reach the exact same summit, same view, same freedom. Different routes. The state reached by those of knowledge is also reached by those of action. There aren't two different heavens. There aren't two different enlightenments. There's one truth, and 1,000 ways to find it. One who sees knowledge and action as one truly sees. This is the key line. Stop separating thinking from doing. Stop separating the spiritual from the mundane. The person who sees this has nothing left to seek. Pure renunciation, just stopping everything cold turkey, is nearly impossible to achieve. Krishna is being brutally honest. Most people who try to renounce everything end up even more confused than when they started. Just sitting in meditation without a purified mind? Nearly impossible. Your thoughts explode, regrets flood in, desires scream louder. It's like trying to hold water in a basket. The stillness leaks out everywhere. Renunciation is extremely difficult to attain without the yoga of action. You can't skip steps. You can't jump to the advanced class without doing the basics. Action is the foundation. Meditation is the roof. You need the foundation first. But the sage who is disciplined through action, who has purified the mind through selfless work, quickly reaches the infinite. Quickly. Not after 50 years in a cave. Quickly. Because action done right, is meditation. Try sitting still for 5 minutes right now. Seriously, try it. Your mind screams. It wants to check your phone, make plans, replay yesterday's argument, worry about tomorrow. That restlessness? That's unpurified mind. Action purifies this restlessness. When you work without attachment, fully present, fully engaged, not obsessing over results, you burn through mental noise. Then when you sit to meditate, silence comes naturally. It's like exercise for the mind. One who is purified through action, who has mastered the self, who has conquered the senses. Not through force, not through suppression, through understanding. Like a river that naturally finds its course, whose self has become the self of all beings, though acting in the world is not tainted by it. Read that again. Their self has become everyone's self. They look at a stranger and see themselves. They look at an enemy and see themselves. The lotus grows in mud, but remains completely untouched by it. Have you seen a lotus? It sits in dirty, murky water, but its petals are spotless. Not a single drop of mud sticks. That's not magic. That's nature showing you the blueprint for living. That's the whole teaching. The lotus doesn't fight the mud. It doesn't even notice the mud. Everything else Krishna says is detail. The yogi acts in the world, but remains untouched by it. Same principle as the lotus. You can work in a toxic office, deal with difficult people, face failures and setbacks, and none of it has to stain your inner peace. The one united with Brahman, knowing the truth, thinks, I do nothing at all. Even while working 16-hour days, even while running companies, even while raising 5 kids. Inside, complete stillness. Because they know who's really doing the work, even while seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, eating, moving, sleeping, breathing, all these activities keep happening. The body does what bodies do. But the wise person knows, I am not the body, I am the witness watching it all unfold, speaking, eliminating, grasping, opening, and closing the eyes. Every single function continues perfectly. The heart beats. The lungs breathe. Digestion happens. None of it requires you to manage it. It just flows. They understand that the senses are simply moving among sense objects. Eyes see color. Ears hear sound. Tongue tastes food. It's all just nature interacting with nature. Where is the understand person in any of this? Nowhere. That's the revelation. You're typing an email right now. From one perspective, you are typing. You decided what to write. You chose the words. You hit send. It feels like you're in total control. But from another perspective, fingers are moving on keys. Muscles are contracting. Neurons are firing. Thoughts are arising from where exactly? Did you choose to have that thought? Or did it just appear? Where's the crew, you that's doing it? Point to it. Seriously, try right now. Where is the doer? You can point to your body. You can point to your brain. But the jackse, you, that supposedly controls everything, look carefully. It's nowhere to be found. Sit with that for a moment, offering all actions to the infinite consciousness, abandoning all attachment to results. This isn't about being passive. It's about being fully active while knowing the truth. Nature does the work, not the ego. One who acts this way is not stained by consequences, just as a lotus leaf is untouched by water. Pour water on a lotus leaf. It doesn't absorb. It just rolls off, leaving the surface perfectly dry. Your actions can be like that. Every action becomes an offering. Not to some God up in heaven judging you. Not to earn karma points. but to the one consciousness that's moving through all things. The same energy that beats your heart is writing this story. The poet Kabir was a weaver. He never left his loom. He never went to a monastery. He wove cloth, sold it in the market, raised his family, and he became one of the most illuminated beings India has ever produced. His loom was his temple. His thread was his prayer. The offering and the offerer were the same. Yogis perform action with body, mind, intellect, and senses. Every tool at their disposal. They're not lazy, they're not withdrawn, they work harder than anyone. The difference? Zero attachment to outcomes. A heart surgeon once said, "When I operate, there is no me in the room. My hands move, my training moves. But the person who worries about outcomes, who wants recognition, that person disappears the moment I pick up the scalpel." 16-hour surgeries, and he called them the most peaceful hours of his life. He didn't learn this in a monastery. He learned it with a blade in his hand. Abandoning attachment, not abandoning action, for the purification of the self. Krishna never once says stop working. He says stop clinging to what your work produces. Work fully. Release completely. That is the entire path. Washing dishes can be enlightenment practice. I know that sounds ridiculous. Enlightenment while scrubbing a pan? But hear me out. It's not about what you do. It's about how you do it. The activity doesn't matter. Your presence does. If you're washing dishes just to get to Netflix faster, it's torture. Every second feels like a waste. You're not here. You're already on the couch in your mind. The dishes are just an obstacle between you and your show. But if you're washing dishes to wash dishes, attention fully present, feeling the warm water, hearing the clink of the plates, it's meditation. Same dishes, same water. Completely different experience. That's the entire teaching in one moment. Be honest with yourself right now. Are you using spirituality to escape from life or to fully engage with it? Are you meditating to run from your problems or to face them with total clarity? The answer to that one question determines everything. The disciplined soul attains perfect peace by abandoning the fruits of every action, while the undisciplined, driven by desire and attached to results, remains bound. Same world, same actions, different inner experience. The undisciplined person, attached to results through craving and desire, remains permanently bound, chasing one goal, then the next, never arriving, never resting. An endless treadmill powered by I want and I need. Mentally renouncing all actions, the sovereign soul sits happily in the city of 9 gates, neither acting nor causing action. That phrase, city of 9 gates, is one of the most beautiful metaphors in all of Scripture. The body is the city. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 1 mouth, and 2 lower openings. 9 gates total. 9 doorways through which you experience the entire world. Every sensation, every experience comes through these 9 gates. And the self inside? Just witnessing, not controlling the gates, not judging what comes in or goes out. Right now, close your eyes for 3 seconds. Notice, sounds are entering through 2 gates, light through 2 more. Something is aware of all of it. That something is you, not the body, the awareness. The Lord creates neither agency nor actions for the world. Think about that. God doesn't make you do anything. There's no puppet master pulling your strings, no cosmic plan that forces your hand, nor the connection between action and its fruits. It is nature, Prakriti, that acts. Nature does everything. Gravity pulls, hearts beat, thoughts arise, plants grow. It's all nature's choreography, not yours. All your guilt about what you've done wrong. Every mistake that keeps you up at 3 a.m. All your pride about what you've achieved. Every trophy on your shelf. Both are based on the same illusion. Think of the thing you're most ashamed of. Hold it. Now, who did that? Not you. A confused pattern of nature moving through a body that didn't know any better. And the thing you're most proud of? Same. Not you. Nature expressing its intelligence through your hands. The shame drops. The pride drops. What remains is freedom. You are not the doer. You never were. You are like a flute. The flute does not play itself, the wind does not need the flute. But when wind passes through the flute, there is music. You are not the musician. You are not the instrument. You are the music itself. Let that land. You don't have to quit your life to find God. You don't have to renounce the world. You don't need a cave, a monastery, or a spiritual retreat in Bali. Everything you need is right where you are. Renounce one thing. Just one. Not your job. Not your family. Not your possessions. Renounce the belief that there is a separate you performing any action. That is the entire teaching of Chapter 5. That is the pathless path. For those whose ignorance is destroyed by knowledge of the self, that knowledge illuminates everything. Like dawn breaking after the longest night. You don't create the light, you just stop blocking it. Their knowledge, like the sun, illuminates the supreme reality. And once the sun rises, can you make it dark again? Can you unsee what you've seen? No. That's why this knowledge is irreversible. One glimpse of truth, and the dream is over forever. Renunciation and action aren't opposites. They're the same thing expressed differently. The monk in the cave and the parent changing diapers at 3 a.m. are walking the same path, if both have let go of the doer. If both are free from attachment to results, they're on the identical path. No hierarchy, no spiritual ranking system. The path that needs no path because it's available everywhere, in every moment, in every action. Next time, the witness behind the watcher. That voice in your head? That's not you. The one hearing that voice? Also not you. Then who is actually experiencing this experience right now? The answer dissolves everything you thought you knew. Episode 11 takes us into the deepest waters yet. Before you go, here's your challenge. Pick one action today. Anything. Washing dishes, walking, typing an email. Do it without believing you're the doer. Just watch nature working through you. Notice what happens. Try it once. Just once. And see. Hit subscribe. Season 1, Episode 10 of 18, covering all 18 chapters of the Bhagavad Gita. We're past the halfway point. The teachings only go deeper from here. Episode 11 next week. The witness is waiting.